Welcome to Utter Mind. The Power of Habit, Master Your Habits and Master Your Life. The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business is a book by Charles Duhigg, published in 2012. The book delves into the science of habit formation, exploring the ways in which habits shape our lives and the ways in which we can harness that power to change our lives for the better. One of the key lessons from the book is that habits are formed through a loop of cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger that initiates the habit, the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the positive outcome that reinforces the habit. Understanding this loop is crucial for breaking bad habits and forming new, positive ones. Habits can be changed by altering the routine while keeping the cue and reward the same. For example, if your cue to smoke a cigarette is feeling stressed, and your reward is the feeling of relaxation, you can change the routine to something like going for a walk or practicing deep breathing, in order to achieve the same reward without the negative habit. The book also explores the concept of keystone habits, which are habits that have a ripple effect and can lead to positive change in other areas of life. For example, if one starts exercising regularly, it can lead to healthier eating habits, better sleep, and improved overall well-being. One practical guide from the book is to identify your keystone habits and focus on changing them first. By focusing on the small wins, you'll build momentum and make it easier to change other habits. Another guide is to be mindful of your habits and take time to reflect on your triggers, routines, and rewards. Once you have identified them, you can start to make a plan to change the routine while keeping the cue and reward the same. Another important concept discussed in the book is the role of willpower in habit formation. Willpower is a limited resource and can be easily depleted. The book suggests that by automating habits, we can reduce the need for willpower and make it easier to maintain positive habits. The book is divided into different chapters, each of which focuses on a specific aspect of habits and their impact on our lives. In this video, we will provide a brief overview of each chapter to give you an idea of what the book covers. Chapter 1: The Habits of Individuals. In this chapter, the author introduces the concept of habits and how they impact our lives. He provides real-life examples of individuals who have used habits to achieve success and overcome obstacles. Chapter 2: The Habits of Successful Organization. In this chapter, the author explores the habits of successful organizations and how they have used habits to achieve their goals. He provides examples of companies that have used habit forming to drive growth and success. Chapter 3: The Habits of Societies. In this chapter, the author explores the role of habits in shaping societies and the impact they have on our lives. He provides historical examples of how habits have changed societies and the consequences of these changes. Chapter 4: Keystone Habits. In this chapter, the author discusses the concept of keystone habits and how they can be used to drive change in our lives. He explains how small changes in our habits can lead to significant and lasting changes in our lives. Chapter 5: The Golden Rule of Habit Change. In this chapter, the author provides a step-by-step guide to changing habits. He explains how to identify problematic habits, how to create new habits, and how to stick to them over time. Chapter 6: Habits of Health and Happiness. In this chapter, the author explores the role of habits in maintaining good health and happiness. He provides practical tips for forming healthy habits and for maintaining a positive outlook on life. Chapter 7: The Habits of Creativity. In this chapter, the author explores the role of habits in creativity and innovation. He provides practical tips for cultivating a creative mindset and for unlocking your full potential. Chapter 8: The Habits of High Performers. In this chapter, the author explores the habits of high performers and how they have used habits to achieve success. He provides practical tips for developing a high-performance mindset and for reaching your full potential. Chapter 9: When Habits Change. In this chapter, the author discusses the consequences of changing habits and how to handle the challenges that come with change. He provides practical tips for navigating change and for adapting to new circumstances. Chapter 10: The Habits of Empires. In this chapter, the author explores the role of habits in the rise and fall of empires. He provides historical examples of how habits have shaped the course of history and the impact they have had on our world. In conclusion, The Power of Habit is a comprehensive and insightful book that offers valuable insights into the science of habit formation and practical strategies for changing habits. It provides readers with a deeper understanding of the role that habits play in our lives, and empowers them with the tools and techniques to change them for the better. By understanding the cues, routines, and rewards that drive our habits, and by learning how to harness the power of keystone habits and willpower, we can create lasting change, reaching your full potential and improve our lives in meaningful ways. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel Utter Mind.